What's up, y'all? We are back for some car conversations. I actually like this because I think people like these the most. People love the car conversations.
Okay, for one, they are completely unscripted, and we just don't always know exactly how they're going to turn out. So today we thought it would be funny because a couple months back I was listening to an Allie Beth Stuckey podcast, which shout out, they're awesome, you should totally follow her, and she did this thing called Stuff I Just Don't Get or something like that, and I was like, that's hilarious. And she was talking about like funny things that you see or people do or just like whatever, and you're like, I just don't get it, like what is that? And so we were talking about things we just don't get, and we came up with a few.
They're going to be random.
Yeah.
Really random,
like
and
all
silly.
over the spectrum. And
and these are like things we just don't get in a silly, funny sort of way. Okay?
Right. Like no offense. Like if you feel like, oh, I fall in one of these categories, like literally zero offense, because there are things about us that you just don't get, or things like that we probably like that you just don't get.
Here's one of the things I just don't get. French fries without salt. Like when a restaurant gives you your French fries through the window without salt, it's like so disappointing. Like, are you kidding me? That always, so I have now made it a big habit if I'm not getting Chick-fil-A sauce to go with my fries,
because
to ask for salt. So
because you drive off and you're like,
and then it's like, Anyways, that's one thing I don't get.
Something I don't get are, I don't really get sleeveless turtlenecks. Like, your neck is really warm, but your arms are freezing. Like, okay, I just don't get that. I get that you wear them under things, like that makes sense, but when you see them just hanging there by themselves, or like you see some people will wear them without anything, just like the turtleneck with the sleeveless, and especially in Texas, like I just find it so funny. I don't get it.
Okay, here's something else that I just don't get, and this is like a really, I don't think many, I don't know, tell me if you don't get this either, but it's, you get a drink at a restaurant or like a drink through the drive-thru, and it's in a plastic cup where it, like, all the condensation and
an iced drink,
and then it melts so quickly, and it's not even cold. Maybe in Texas because it's literally 100 degrees outside. Why can't they always put it in a foam cup?
Foam cups are the best.
In foam cups to keep it cold. Like, I used to specifically go to specific restaurants where I knew they would give me a foam cup in my drink to go. So
you're gonna drink tea, like from iced tea from McDonald's and not Starbucks because of the cup choice.
I literally would.
Okay, something I don't get. I love animals, by the way, so please don't be offended if you have this particular animal, but like, I don't get people who, having a bird as a pet.
We used to have birds.
I know. And I don't get it. Like, as an adult, I don't get it. They're a lot of work. They're kind of, they can be high maintenance. You can't really cuddle with them. Maybe you do. I've never really found that to be fun. And like, yeah, they want to fly, so I feel bad you're putting them in a little cage. And then, I don't know, you just like can't play fetch with them or take them on a walk or anything. So I don't get it. Like, if you're a bird lover and you have a bird in a cage and you love it, tell me why.
Okay, something else that I don't get is people who always wait until the last minute to fill up their car with gas, and they break down regularly, or they're in their driveway and there's the stress, like, are we gonna make it to the gas station? There are some people in our family that do that, and I have broken down when I've had to drive their car on the side of the road. This has happened not once but twice, maybe more, and I'm like,
check the gas gauge.
I just don't get this. Like, if my car is getting close, I stop at the gas station.
I don't get low-waisted jeans, which thankfully they're not in right now, hallelujah, but low-waisted jeans that are so low that they squeeze all of your fat. Like,
if you bend over,
the little side rolls, and if you bend over,
it's problems all around.
It's even worse. But like, that style is so unflattering for most body types. It does not help anything. Like, high-waisted are in right now, and I love those. They just cover a multitude of sins. Like, so much better.
Something else that I don't get, and this is coming from a competitive person, is people who play games with no care if they win. Like
everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a winner. I remember when I played t-ball, I would keep track of the score because they would just say, we all won. And I'm like,
was that on the church league?
We'll keep that in the church league. I was like this tiny little kid, like, me and my brother played together, and we would keep score, and we knew we won.
I'm guessing you didn't get most Christ-like on that team.
And it's hard. It can be hard to play with people that just don't care, and you're like trying to win, because I think the fun is kind of in the winning. I've tried to get over that, but I don't get it. It's just part of our inner thing.
Okay, another thing I don't get are those really long nails. Like, when you go to the salon and they put those fake nails on, and they start out so long, like 3 inches long, and they're like, do you want me to trim them? And I normally just say yes, because I don't get when I see people who say no and they keep them the full length. How do you do anything?
I know.
How do you type? How do you text? How do you, like, ring a doorbell? I mean, how
I would
do
like
you
to know
eat?
that.
And then like all the stuff that gets stuck up under them. I don't know. I want to
Yeah.
know if that's you and you love those 3-inch babies. Like, tell me how you make it work.
So those are a few things that we just don't get. We want to hear from you.
Oh, wait, I had one more.
Wait, how?
I had
all
a
mine.
bonus one. We live in Texas where it is so hot. I don't get camping in a tent in the summertime.
Oh.
In Texas.
That's
we
something
have
I
had
don't
a
get
heat
either.
wave these past 2 weeks. It's been over 100, the high, every single day. It has been so hot, and I'll hear about people like, we're planning this summer camping trip.
I
It's going to be
know.
so fun, and we're going to sleep in tents and sleeping bags. And I'm like, the low at night is in the 80s.
Okay. We
It
did that
is-
one time though. Remember
Yeah,
when we
and
went,
I don't-
we camped on the beach.
Never. It was the worst.
experience.
You
of
sweat all
my
night,
life.
you sweat all day. It's awful. But people love it, apparently. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Okay, so now we want to hear from you. What are a few things that you just don't get? They can be totally silly, totally random, just like we shared. We want to know though, because maybe there's more things we shouldn't get,
Right.
that we're unaware of.
Whatever that means. Okay, comment below.